Okay, let's do it. Can you guys? It's 7:12 on this Tuesday morning. Etiquette consultant Jeannie Vaage joining us. This is a little bit different than last time you were here, Jeannie. Do you remember it was our inaugural interview?
It was.
Our first time together, and you wanted to see how my first impression would gauge or measure up on your list.
No, you wanted to see.
Well, okay, my producers wanted to see how I do, and you gave me a 6 out of 10.
Yes, I did.
I almost feel like we should do it again. I should try to start again.
Well, you actually interrupted me because
no.
when you so that was a
now I'm breaking eye
that was a
contact.
mistake. But you there was a series of things that you did correct and wrong, if you remember. But one of the things you did wrong, I'm sorry, was when you offered me the chair, and you said, oh, I said, where shall I sit? You said here. And then you sat down before me.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. You know what? Hey, I really am the type to open and close doors for my wife and all that, you know, but it's funny, sometimes things slip your mind. I guess that's why what you do is so important as an etiquette consultant. You help people kind of see the light and realize things that we may not otherwise realize. Today we're talking about issues in the workplace.
Okay, that's a fun topic.
You must see etiquette fouls all the time. Like we could be talking about anything from, I keep saying tuna in the microwave because I've been there when someone's done that before. People clipping their toenails in public.
Oh my gosh, I hear about this. Tuna, when do you bring fish to the workplace? You can bring fish to the workplace. There's two kinds. You can bring the little goldfish crackers, and you can bring gummy bear fish.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, what about people that like pop popcorn in the microwave? Are you saying nothing that has an aromatic quality? Because some people might go, hey, I prefer the smell of fish to popcorn.
Well, after you have, in your workplace, you're gonna create some environmental, social acceptances. But if there's something that, if someone says, I can't stand popcorn smell, it makes me sick, well, then, you know, I don't think I'd do it the next day, unless you really wanted to create a problem. You have to know your fellow employees, but there are certain things you don't want to do. I remember giving a seminar, and someone put up their hand and said, she quit her last job because the cubicle next door, the lady kept on chomping loudly on carrot sticks all day, and she would go home and wreck. And so her husband advised her to quit the job. Now, you wouldn't think that was a big deal, but the constant sound of the eating and the rustling of the papers.
It would be like a dripping tap.
I guess it was.
Okay, well, what about, you know, we all have these friends and they show up to work and they're so enthusiastic. They've got stories to tell. Maybe they had a family weekend. Maybe there's a new baby born. Maybe they went out on a camping adventure. They want to share their stories. There's other people that come to work and they just want to work. How do you know how much is too much interaction? How much is too much information?
Well, we call this water cooler talk. And water cooler talk can take place by the water cooler, in the coffee room, and upon agreement with each other at their office for a short period of time. But that has to be an agreement. So there are certain things you can talk about. Yeah, what you did, the festivals you went during the weekend, a movie you saw, you keep it quite generic. A lot of people are getting into the overtalk on the baby, or if there's a pregnant lady on staff, you know, it's, oh my goodness, and we have to listen to her diet or this, and that's not a really great generic topic. So you don't want to get on too much about what your 2-year-old, you know, had last night for supper for the first time.
But you want to have, I guess, an amicable relationship with your coworkers. So where do you draw the line when it comes to sort of personal and professional relationships? Because you don't want to be, I imagine, sort of too much or just all about the business all the time. So how do you know? Well,
the best way to think about it is, what do I sound like? How do I look? What am I really sounding like to this person? And when the person's looking at the clock or shuffling away, be aware, you're getting boring.
I've got about 30 seconds left, but I'd love to hear an etiquette foul that you see that's glaringly obvious in workplaces everywhere that you want to address.
I think one of the worst things we see is the gossip mongerer. And so everybody, the office place is sort of like Survivor. And you have to pick your camps, unfortunately. That's our society. So what do you do when you're standing there and someone's gossiping and you're standing there? Do you take the holier than thou and walk away? Then you're out of it. So the most important thing is never say anything that you don't want come back to you. Then and say something positive. So you can be part of the group, but don't add to the fire. Instead of maybe saying something positive, so you're giving a little bit, but you're not the person that nobody likes because you're not in with the group.
You always find yourself in situations where someone's saying so much to you about others, and you go, I wonder what they're saying about me when I'm not here.
They are.
Yeah.
They are saying it.
You can follow Jeannie Vaage on Twitter at VIP Protocol. We've just sent that out via our BT Edmonton account. Thank you so much for being here. Always such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Did I do okay on the goodbye there?
You did.
All right, time to throw it a break. I better not be late for news, weather, and traffic. That's coming up next with Courtney and Tanera.
BT is brought to you in part by Tropicana Pure Premium. Tap into nature.
Dream 1,000 dreams.